everyone. Hey, I'm Genevieve. If you haven't seen my face before, that's because I am not on YouTube yet until now. I did start a YouTube channel a little while ago, but that didn't turn out very well, so here I am trying to rebirth my channel. So, if you would like to get to know me, this is what this video is about, so keep on watching. So, in front of me on my table here, I have all sorts of different items, but each item has a story or a reason why I like it or that sort of thing. So I'm going to give you a little insight to my life, and then you can decide whether or not you would like to watch me, and hopefully hit that subscribe button. And yeah, so let's get right into it. So my first item is a picture of my cat. My cat is upstairs right now, so you'll meet him later, I'm sure. I'll put in a better picture right about here. He is, honestly, he's like the love of my life. He will be 18 years old in April, which means, yes, he is older than me. And I always hear these stories from my mom about how when she was pregnant with me, he would find a way to sit around her belly while she was pregnant. And then when my nursery was starting to get set up, he would go in there and then he claimed that room as his. So basically, he claimed me as his before I was even born. And then when I was born, he kept trying to jump into the crib with me while I was sleeping, being the reason that my parents had to put up a netting over my crib so that he couldn't jump in there. So yeah, you'll learn a little bit more about him later and all that. My next item or items are, well, this is a cup of my paintbrushes, all my paintbrushes that I use. And then I also have a tub of crystals, 2 pounds to be exact. So the reason that I have paintbrushes and everything is because I do a lot of art. I do paintings and that kind of thing, and it's really one of my stress relievers that I like to do. If I get stressed out, I just come into my art studio and I like to paint. I do what we call glitter works, which I do right here of what that looks like. And the crystals, I just love glitter. Glitter is one of my favorite things, being the reason that I have taken to the making glitter works. So that would be one item. The next item I have is a picture. I will insert it in this video as well. This is a picture of my best friend and I. She's more than a best friend to me. So to make this make sense. Okay, so my mom's boyfriend, ex-boyfriend now, this was his sister's daughter, so technically my cousin by relationship, but we were always more than cousins. When we were growing up, I met her when I was 2.5, and she was 2. She was over at my house every weekend. Every weekend that I was home and not at my dad's because my parents are divorced, she was over here and she was sleeping over, and you'll get to meet her later in the week, hopefully. We're going to do a bunch of collab videos, and we're going to do some challenges to have some fun. But she and I, we hadn't seen each other in 3 or 4 years last year. Some things just went downhill, relationship-wise, so we didn't see each other for a while. And it wasn't between us, it was between the adults. But last year we got together for New Year's. New Year's is kind of our little thing for ourselves, and that's one of the reasons that we get together and everything. That's one of our biggest celebrations. So that was actually last year, but we hadn't seen each other in 3 years, and we picked right up where we left off. It's like we had never been apart. So she means the world to me, and I love her. So Emily, if you're watching this, I love you. My next thing is my kind of obsession. He is a YouTuber. I'm sure a lot of you know him. He's got over 7 million subscribers. His name is Joey Graceffa. So I have his book here. This is his Children of Eden book, his newest book. Go buy it, guys. Give him that little promo. This one, though, is actually signed by him. I'll insert a picture here of his signature, though, is actually signed by him. I'll insert a picture here of his signature. But I have been watching Joey for over 8 years now. I started watching him on his original channel, Winter Spring Pro. That was with his friend Brittany Joyle. And I fell in love with his personality. And then, not soon after I started watching him, he and Brittany went their separate ways and they created their own channels. So I switched over and subscribed to Joey right away. I was one of his first few hundred subscribers on his main channel now. And he's helped me through a lot of things. He's helped me through like anxiety attacks and all that kind of thing. Basically, I just go watch his videos when I just need like a little bit of happy, and it just makes me feel amazing. So I also have some of his Crystal Wolf jewelry here. This is his latest line, his Children of Eden line that goes with the book. And then I'll insert this picture into the video. The picture of me meeting him here in Chicago. I cried quite a bit right before I got to go out and meet him. I was sitting there and I was crying, and in my head I was just thinking, I have to stop crying for the picture, and then after I'm done, I can continue to cry. Which is exactly what I did. I was completely in shock that I just met my hero. So that was one of the best days of my life. My next item that I have is my cake tips. So if you don't know what that is, Wilton cake decorating tips are little metal things that you stick inside of a piping bag, which I don't have with me. I don't know why I did not grab that. So it's basically, if you think about it, take a Ziploc bag and cut the tip off, except that these are like professional bags that I use. I have a lot of tips now. I got this new set for Christmas. It's got a bunch of different tips and stuff in it, and yeah, so I decorate cakes. I like to do it, I don't do it like for a business or anything. I do it for like family and for friends and like that kind of thing, but I've never felt the need to do it professionally. So my next thing is in a picture frame. These are from 1960s, and they are pictures of trading cards, but they are the trading card wrappers for the band The Monkees. So I got into them by my grandparents, and I fell in love with them, and it was like, I love their personalities, and their show, it was amazing. It was hilarious. A lot of your parents probably remember watching them. But, yeah, so that's kind of like my musical aspect. I play, or used to play, instruments. I used to play saxophone, piano, and flute, but now I mostly just sing. Singing is my thing, and I've been in choir since 2nd grade, now in 10th. So singing is my thing now, but music still has like that thing for me. But yeah. And last but not least is an arrow. So I am a competitive archer, which means that, like you see in the Olympics, I compete for medals doing archery. So I started this in April. Yeah, so it hasn't been that long. Almost in a few months it'll be a year. So I will probably insert a small video in here of me firing an arrow if I can get that done. But I compete with a team, and I will have a bigger video explaining my archery and that kind of thing, because I feel like it's not something that many people know about. I compete with a team, and I will have a bigger video explaining my archery and that kind of thing, because I feel like it's not something that many people know about, and it's actually, anyone that I've ever told that I'm a competitive archer is like, oh my gosh, I want to know more, and like they want to learn more. And so I'm just going to make a video later of like just explaining my bow, my equipment, like what being a barebow archer means, and like all this kind of stuff. So I will explain all that later. So that is just a little bit about myself and what my life is like. And if you want to know more, please just leave a comment below. I would be ecstatic to respond to any of your questions or anything. And yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will see you all later. Bye!